you know, cannabis has been the one thing that has stepped in, and that's why for me this lawsuit is so important. We lose 22 veterans a day to suicide, and a large part of that is because we don't have the right to choose our medicine. I'm an entrepreneur.
So you're working full-time with missions here?
Oh, that's always. I fought for every single American on this, you know, on this land in Iraq. I would have died for everyone without knowing their names. I went to Iraq to free the oppressed, and I view this no different. The oppression is only being done by our own government. You know, whatever I have to sacrifice, you know, I've openly asked my attorneys to put me in front of Jeff Sessions.
Necessary to do something about it.
And you have how many kids?
2.
I watched a 7-year-old girl die in front of me that was a casualty that we inflicted. With that, you know, being there with the closing of her eyes, that's something you don't ever forget. You know, I have a daughter who to me resembles her. So on a daily basis, even for a second, I'm triggered from that. If I see a little girl who resembles, I'll go right back to that moment. And that weighs a lot, you know, and, you know, take that, multiply it by 10 other things throughout the day, a loud boom, you know, for whatever reason I become, you know, upset, you know, intrusive thought. It's just this myriad of having to contain each and every emotion. That's what we do.
Yeah, so through our personal journey.
You know, when you go to combat, I'm a field artillery soldier, so for us, we have one job, to kill the enemy, you know, and so me being a man of integrity, and I meant every word of my enlistment, you can imagine how I fought there. So with that, you unlock a certain part. It's a primal instinct. You know, you put a lion, you know, you're in the jungle and you take him out, you bring him back here, what's going to happen? You know, so it's also fighting that fight or flight, all that adrenaline. And it's very difficult because obviously here, there's no use for that. You know, so it's torment. It's torment. The steps right there. I was in a fierce fight, just saying, you know, these pills are going to kill me at some point, or without the pills, I'll just maybe end up killing myself because I can't, you know. And the issue is, cannabis for me helped. Okay, as soon as I came home, I did use cannabis as a teenager. Okay, so coming home, I wasn't afraid. Once I did use cannabis again, immediately I felt the relief. Unfortunately, being born in Manhattan, raised in New York, they throw the book at you, you know, if you get caught. So I ran the risk of ruining my entire military career, my entire name. I have no record because I'm using the medicine that actually helps me.